Hello, good evening, and welcome to Booster Stadium at Marion Local, where tonight on WOSN we've got a big Midwest Athletic Conference matchup between the number 5 ranked New Bremen Cardinals and the top-ranked Marion Local Flyers. I'm Garrett Seawright, joined alongside Mark Schott. We'll bring you all the action tonight here from Maria Stein. And Mark, the last team to beat Marion Local in 2020, 52 games ago, were these New Bremen Cardinals, and they'd like to end that streak here this evening.
If they do so, Garrett, they're going to have to play defense this evening. It's a team that averages just 8 points a game defensively. They pitched 2 shutouts so far. I think they have some offensive weapons, but they're not to compare with what Marion Local brings. If they're going to win the game, New Bremen Cardinals, they're going to have to play defense, and they're going to have to take care of the football, not turn it over, and limit the number of possessions the Flyers have.
Aiden Eastham has the football teed up, ready to kick it away.
It is 87 degrees, Garrett, with rain in the area, but it's spotty, and hopefully we can get this one in this evening.
You know, 87 degrees when pumpkin spice latte is available feels like a bad combo, as there is just the semblance of a breeze that's finally kicking up here at Booster Stadium, as the Cardinals will send it away. A high end-over-end kick caught by Holscher at his own 23-yard line. Comes to the near side, is shoved out of bounds just past the 33-yard line, and that is where Marion Local will begin their first drive of the evening.
Holscher is so fast. He was on a state championship track team in 2 years in a row. He has great speed, and they did a good job of hemming him in that time, and the kick was not particularly deep, but they're going to get the football on the 34.
Marion Local offensive line includes Luke Kunkler, Derek Gresham, Colton Arns, Thomas Winter, and Kyle Ungren up front for the Flyers, as Justin Knopf will stand in the shotgun with 2 wide receivers and a wing split out to his far side. He'll fake the handoff, roll to that far side, throw. It's caught by Andrew Pullman. He is met and pulled down to the turf by Rylan Bussey, but it's a pretty good, sizable pickup on 1st and 10.
They had a pair of wide receivers out to that side that time. One went deep. He just kind of stopped in the open area of the zone, makes the catch, takes the ball to the 42.
Gain of 7 on that first play for Marion Local. Likes to line up in a variety of formations, as Andrew Pullman and Vic Holscher will come to the near side. They'll play with a tight end. They'll play with 3 running backs at times, as often as they'll play in the shotgun with Knopf standing, awaiting the snap. Now sends a man in motion. Will hand off to Heitkamp to the far side, and he'll pick up the Lee's famous recipe chicken first down.
Fake the ball to the wingback coming through on the jet sweep and hand it off to number 36 going back the other way that time. He's a really good back is Heitkamp. 3 touchdowns for him on the season. As again, they spread the carries out to so many different people.
Yeah, no one kind of bell cow for Marion Local. They get the football around to all sorts of running backs, wide receivers, as they'll now line up in the I formation. As Knopf, at the tight end to his left, goes under center. Fakes the handoff, looks to throw. Has a man near side. Pullman had to run through the defender, and there is no pass interference penalty called.
Yeah, he had a little bit of contact with Logan Krieg, number 26, a senior defensive back, probably before the ball was in the air. I'm assuming that's why the call was not made at that particular point. Anyway, we'll go to 2nd down.
So the ball just across the midfield stripe at the New Bremen 41-yard line.
But you had a chance to see the arm that Justin Knopf has. He had the football in the air for 45-plus yards that time.
Yeah, when he has time to set up and unload the pigskin, he will do just that. Pullman the split out wide as Camden Eifert joins Knopf in the gun, as they'll send a man in motion. Knopf will keep it himself and will have a false start penalty against the Marion Local Flyers.
So somebody moved up front that time to run the quarterback keeper to the left side of the field to the wide side of formation.
On the New Bremen defense, Jordan Evers, Jack Saylor, and Vince Wilker anchor things up front. The linebackers, Owen Rindler, Brady Keller, Rylan Bussey, and Jalen Powell. In the back end, Grant Dickey, Caleb Keller, Logan Krieg, and Joel Lozier, as the New Bremen defense is forced 2nd and 15 here. Knopf with 3 wide receivers split out wide. Cardinals show blitz, will back out of it, as Knopf will run the quarterback draw up the middle. A little bit of more room to run to the 45-yard line. Dug down at the 40 is very close to a Lee's famous recipe chicken first down.
What a good job by the offensive line. They pushed everybody wide, left that middle of the field open on a design quarterback draw. Take the ball all the way down to the 40-yard line. Need just a yard now.
Got to get to that 39-yard line. It's 10:15 to go on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. see what the Flyers dial up here. Could tell us if they have any interest in going forward on fourth down should they not make it. I formation with a wing. Pullman, the man in motion. They'll turn around, hand it off to Hess. Running off right tackle. He's got the Lee's famous recipe chicken first down and a little bit more down to the 33-yard line.
To the right side of the formation, that time behind his offensive line, picks up good yardage. All the way down to the 33-yard line, pickup of 7.
Flyers really unfazed by the false start penalty that pushed them backwards.
This is a team in the presence of New Bremen that gives up just 83 yards per game rushing through the first 4 games.
Knopf in the gun, looks at Holscher to the near side. Will turn, fire to Pullman on the far side. Easy pitch and catch on the out route. We'll pick up a couple more for Marion Local.
Good call, Garrett. Just a quick out that time, right over his right shoulder as he turned. After the ball had actually been thrown, the ball was in the air before he made his turn and was able to make a catch that time. Good yardage on first down. About 6.
Pullman came into the night with 208 yards receiving on the year. 2 touchdowns to his credit. As Knopf stands in the gun on 2nd and 4. Waits for the snap. A rough snap. Picks it up. And now it's gobbled up by the New Bremen defense as Jordan Evers there on the stop, shoving Marion Local backwards.
Bad snap, but a really nice job that time by the back that was in the backfield, Parker Hess, to pick up the first defensive player through and allow him to pick up a little bit of yardage. Get back to about the line of scrimmage.
Talk about the Marion Local defense a lot. The New Bremen defense, the high they've given up this year is only 17.
They've been very good this year defensively. You look at, they gave Bath 14 points, and Bath is leading the Western Buckeye League in passing and close to the top in total offense.
Told us they needed to limit those explosive plays. Might need to limit one right here. It's Knopf in the gun. Will take it. Scampering to the near side. Has one man to beat inside the 10. Is pulled down at the 4-yard line as Logan Krieg makes the touchdown-saving tackle. But a big Lee's famous recipe chicken first down for the Flyers.
What a run that time. Fake the ball to Hess in the backfield and then bring the ball back to your left side and make a lot of nice moves, making people miss in the secondary level and all the way down to the 4-yard line.
So now deep inside the Speedway Lane red zone are the Flyers. Hess.
Ninth play of the drive.
Hess the deep back in the I formation. As Knopf awaits the snap. Will turn. Pitch to Hess. Stung in the middle of in the open field, I should say. Did not get across that pylon.
Joel Lozier made first contact.
Have a 10th play of the drive upcoming. Flyers taking more than 3.5 minutes off the clock here on this opening drive. It started at their own 34-yard line, trying to cap it off with a Burke Petroleum touchdown.
Speaking of the 34-yard line, number 34, Drew Laws enters the game.
Laws,
another big back.
Will be the deep back in the I formation with Eifert in front of him. Ball at the 2-yard line. Pullman in motion. He'll hand off to Laws. Off left tackle, and he's got his 7th Burke Petroleum touchdown of the evening, of the season, I should say, from 2 yards out.
Just power football that time. Everybody lined up, knocked the guy off the ball, had the big back in front of him to lead him through the hole. Flyers on top early with a 10-play drive.
66-yard touchdown drive for Marion Local, capped off by that 2-yard touchdown run by Drew Laws. And they will now bring on Carson Bills to kick the extra point. He is 26 of 26 on the season. And now make it 27 of 27 as Marion Local takes an early 7-0 lead over the New Bremen Cardinals. You're on WOSN. Tonight's Marion Local premier sponsor is OPAC and Osgood for all your industrial painting, staining, and assembly needs. Call OPAC. 10-play, 66-yard touchdown drive.
3:52 goes off the clock.
And really, every time New Bremen thought, this might be a spot for us that we can get a big play defensively, Marion Local handled it like there really wasn't a whole lot of crisis on their end.
Looking through, look like they converted 4 third downs on that.
So the Flyers have the football at the 40-yard line. Will boot it away with Carson Bills, ready to kick it deep.
And this has been a real weapon because he's been able to put the ball in the end zone multiple times this year and force their opponents to start on the 20.
They'll now send it away deep, well into the end zone. And the touchback will force the Cardinals to start their first drive at their own 20-yard line.
You got to help me out, Garrett. I'm a little unfamiliar with this area. I know Osgood is the area he kicks it to when he kicks it the other way. What's he kicking it to down here?
Kicking it to...
What's the next nearest community down that way?
Really, it's kind of the lake. It's straight north of here for the most part.
Well, whatever it was, that was a line drive and almost got to the back of the end zone.
Chickasaw's a little farther. Which way are we facing? East?
Yeah.
I'm not a cartographer. So the Cardinals go to work offensively. They'll hand off to Rogan Muther. And he got up to the 23-yard line before he's gang tackled by the Flyer D.
Rogan Muther, 415 yards rushing. He averages 5.1 per run. That time it looked like there was more open area that time than it actually was. He only picked up about 3. Thought he had more than that when he first took the handoff.
Cardinals offense triggered by Gavin Dickey, 5'11", 141-pound sophomore. As he'll drop back to pass, rolling to the near side. Looking, fires, floats one into the Marion local bench. And it'll be third and somewhat long here on the first drive for the Cardinals.
I thought, Garrett, your description was very accurate. The ball floated. I think it came out of his hand wrong. He was trying to hit an out pattern over here right around the 40-yard line and overthrew his intended receiver, but I think it came out of his hand. I think it slipped coming out of his hand.
And really, those corner routes and kind of outbreaking routes can be difficult for college quarterbacks to make, especially, for a high school sophomore playing against a very, very, very good team that's won 52 straight in a big-time environment. Send a man in motion. Dickey will roll, throws it to Muther out of the backfield, can't connect, and it appears as if Marion Local is forced to 3 and out on their first drive.
Carl Nagel was on the way to make the play anyway. The pass was behind him. One of the linebackers was on a blitz, and I think he had to throw it a little bit before he wanted to, and now the punter is Rogan Muther, who only averages about 32 yards per punt, 31 and a half. So Flyers going to get good field position with Holscher back along with Griffin Bruns.
We'll see who Muther punts it to. It's the Flyers show a little bit of punt block. Cardinals able to pick it up. The ball bounces and goes out of bounds just shy of the 50-yard line. So as Mark said, good starting field position for Marion Local for their second attempt of the evening.
You just gave up a 10-play drive, and then you have the football for 52 seconds.
Yeah.
48 seconds, I guess I should say. And that's not a recipe for success against this Flyer team.
No, got to chew a lot of clock, keep their offense off the field. It's difficult to do, and a defense that good for Marion Local.
New Bremen's only loss was last week when they went for 2 late in the football game against Versailles.
Yeah, good Versailles team.
Yeah, didn't make the 2-point field goal, have a 1-point loss. This is a good New Bremen team.
He'll turn and pitch to Hess, looking for blockers in front of him. Out to the 40-yard line is pushed to the turf beyond the first down sticks. And that is another Lee's Famous Recipe chicken first down for Marion Local.
See, Derek Gresham got out there in front of that, throwing blocks downfield. Good run that time for Hess. Picked up about 11 on first down. Starting on the plus side of the field as it was.
Pullman and Holscher will split out wide to the far side of the field as Knopf will be in the pistol with Hess behind him in a gun. He'll hand off to Hess, running her off tackle to the right side. Is grabbed by Vince Wilker.
That time they pulled number 59, Kyle Ungren, to get out in front of the play. Bremen did a pretty good job with that one, holding him just a yard.
Cardinal defense giving up just 3.2 yards per carry through the first 4 weeks of the season. 2nd and 9 as we approach the midway point here of quarter number 1 on the Ultimate Outdoor Scoreboard. 7-0, Flyers with the advantage. As Knopf looks to the right. Now will take the snap. Hands off to Hess near side. Has plenty of room to run, cuts back at the numbers, has one man to beat, and is in the end zone for a Burke Petroleum touchdown.
You see, he got away from Jack Saylor in the backfield, a 6'2", 240-pound linebacker, and once he did that, he was able to turn the corner and skate into the end zone from 36 yards.
That is the second Burke Petroleum touchdown run by Parker Hess of the season, and just like that, it's 13-0 Flyers.
Defense held, got the ball in plus territory.
Bills.
3 good plays.
Yeah, almost the opposite of the last drive where the third down after third down conversion. This time, 3 plays into the end zone from 37 yards out.
We got a Cardinal to jump that time. So do we stay with the PAT kick, or are you going to move it ahead and run it? I'm going to stay with the PAT kick.
And when Bills converts at the number that he does, got to feel probably pretty good about kicking it from a lot of places. As the snap is back, kick is through the uprights and good. And halfway through quarter number 1, Marion Local leads the New Bremen Cardinals 14-0 here on WOSN. Touchdown Snyder brought to you by Burke Petroleum, now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available. 800-776-3097.
So Parker Hess drive that time. He had 3 carries for all 48 yards and the touchdown run.
When you start at your own, or start at the New Bremen 48-yard line, that certainly makes things a lot easier on that New Bremen, or on that Marion Local offense, and a lot more difficult for New Bremen's defense. Bills sends it away. Another touchback that the kick returner doesn't even have to look at.
Yeah, Caleb Keller looked at it like it was a home run. He's the left fielder. It's out of here.
Yep.
I'm just going to stand here and watch it go. So once again, New Bremen will start on their own 20-yard line. They picked up just 3 yards on 3 plays on their opening possession. It is a team that has not had the best of offensive numbers this year. They average 18.5 points a game to the Cardinals, 122.5 on the ground, 112.3 through the air, so just 234.8 total yards per game on the average.
They'll go back to work after going to 3 and out on their last drive. Dickey, hands off, near side, and the Flyer defense is there on the handoff to Rogan Muther.
Kind of a slow developing play and too much speed with the young players up front for the blue and gold.
Didn't get a chance to talk about the Marion Local defense all that much on the first drive. Isaac Mullenkamp, Lincoln Stockler, and Adam Winter, the guys up front for the blue and gold. Drew Laws, Bryant Meyer, Ethan Heitkamp, and Benton Sides play linebacker. And in the back four, Cale Nagel, Daniel Everman, Griffin Bruns, and Andrew Pullman play the cornerbacks and safety spots for the Flyers after forcing a 2-yard loss. It'll bring up 2nd and 12. Sophomore signal caller will send a man in motion to the far side. And Dickey looking to throw as dropped to the turf as Isaac Mullenkamp adds to his team-leading tackle for loss. And that sack pushes the Cardinals back even farther.
He wanted to get wide to make that throw, but Benton Sites, number 44, from his outside linebacker position, shoved him back into the middle of the pile where his teammates could come and make a sack on the play.
So 3rd and 15 from their own 15-yard line are the Cardinals in desperate need of a positive play here. And Elite's famous recipe, chicken first down. Dickey in the gun. Looks like Aaron Webker may be joining him in the backfield. It's Jacob Kelly, the man in motion. Coming to the near side. It's Muther, who's tugged to the turf for another tackle for loss. And the Marion Local defense continuing to push New Bremen backwards.
Just too many people at the point of attack. That's a possession where you run 3 plays and you have a negative 8 yards.
And that will put Rogan Muther in his own end zone to punt it away.
Here they come.
Muther nearly had it blocked. A high spiraling kick. Grabbed by Bruns at his own 40. Running to the far side. Makes one man miss. Is in the open field. Has one man to beat. Cuts back and a 40-yard punt return for touchdown for Griffin Bruns. And a third Burt Petroleum TD of the first quarter here for Marion Local.
Got a couple of good blocks at the point of attack. Took the ball to the right side. Cut it back across the grain to the left. Got all those New Bremen Cardinals leaning left. He just sprinted past them to the end zone.
20-0 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard here with 3:46 remaining in the first quarter. And Carson Bills comes back on. Snap back to hold down. The kick is up. Missed it.
Yep.
That's the first miss on an extra point for Carson Bills this season. Keeps the score at 20-0. Marion Local. You're on WOSN. Tonight's scoreboard brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor.
Well, Garrett, we never got around to mentioning our officials tonight. Our referee is Jeff Klaus. Umpire is Mark Keller. The line judge is Brett Roberson. Back judge Damon Coverman. And head linesman is Ben Mock. A veteran crew here this evening.
Absolutely.
Booster Stadium.
And this veteran Marion Local squad has 20 points on the scoreboard, but New Bremen's going to get the football back. Trying to rectify their first quarter issues as Keller will watch it go into the end zone one more time.
He's getting tired. That was 8 yards short of his last two. But still into the end zone. Once again, Cardinals will start on their own 20-yard line. That is just such a weapon for your defense. You know, you're already good defensively, but when you make somebody try to drive the football 80 yards against this defense, that's just Bills just adds to that defensive numbers.
Well, and I heard we've seen now more, Marion Local did this tonight, where teams will take the football when they win the coin toss.
Yep.
And the idea is, for the most part, like we know where we're going to start our drive as Rogan Muther carries out to the 25-yard line before he's cut down. We know where we're going to start our drive. If we have the football first, the other team has no idea where they're going to get the football. And if you want to script your plays or whatever, if you cough and corner them with a punt inside the 5-yard line, but when you're making somebody go 80 yards time after time after time,
in the
that's
case
a
of
difficult
Marion
thing.
Locals, you get the opening kickoff and score, and the way Bills is, they're going to start on the 20-yard line. They got to go 80 yards. So 3-yard run for Muther on first down.
Dickey will be in a shotgun by himself. Sends him in motion. He'll roll to the far side. Slings it out of the backfield to Muther. Trying to make one man miss. Still on his feet. It's going to be maybe a half-yard gain on the completion, the first completion of the evening for New Bremen. But it'll still be 3rd and 6.
Muther saw the defense coming to him and tried to hesitate a bit and get his feet underneath him so that he could try to pick up some extra yardage that time. But all it did was allow more Flyers to get there.
Clock continuing to tick here in this first quarter as we approach 3 minutes to go. Already Marion Local 20, New Bremen nothing. Cardinals looking for their first Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken first down of the evening. Dickey in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Will throw it as far as he can down the near side, and it's intercepted. A diving INT by Marion Local's Braden Mesher. I believe that's number 5.
Everman, number 8, was it?
Oh. Is it number...
I thought it was 8, Everman, the free safety.
That would make more sense. We'll give Daniel Everman the INT.
He just played that one perfectly. He was in his free safety position. He watched the quarterback's eyes when he loaded up to throw that way. He made a break on the ball. So that possession ends with a Marion Local turnover.
And they're at their own 49-yard line to start the drive. That's Knopf. Pump fakes on the throw. Double move, looking for Holscher up top. Fires it. And it thrown just a little too far on the incompletion.
He went out and up that time, what we used to call the chair route. He was playing some little bump and run out there right around the 30-yard line, and because of that, couldn't make up the difference to get to the football.
2:44, one of the rare times Marion Local stopped the clock here in this first quarter. Knopf will be in a pistol with 3 receivers split out wide to his right. He'll turn, fire to Holscher in the open field with blockers. Has the Lee's famous recipe chicken first down, is shoved out of bounds at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 13 on 2nd and 10 for Marion Local.
Got a good block from Griffin Bruns out in front of him that time after he catches what is essentially a long handoff.
Holscher had that big game last week against Delphus St. John's. 4 touchdowns in a win.
147 yards through the air. Only played the first half.
Knopf in the pistol once more. Laws behind him. Knopf will turn, fire to Pullman. It's caught, and he dropped it. A big stick there on Logan Krieg coming over, putting his helmet right on the football to force that incompletion.
That's a well-thrown ball that time, but also very well played by the free safety that time. As you mentioned, number 26, Logan Krieg, got over there and knocked that one and jar it loose.
Krieg, a 5'10", 182-pound senior, forcing that football loose, bringing up 2nd and 10. So 2 incompletions to start the drive for Marion Local. Yes, they'll send Holscher in motion. They'll hand to the up back. Eifert with a little bit of room to run, rumbling for about 8 yards on the carry. Will make that 3rd down much more manageable for Marion Local.
Little dive play to Eifert.
Under 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Flyers trying to pick up a Lee's famous recipe chicken first down. New Bremen trying to get that defense off the field. Laws stands on the left hip of Knopf in the gun. 2 wide receivers split out to his right. Holscher, the man in motion. He'll get the jet sweep. Coming to the near side. Is stuck in the open field. Another big play by Logan Krieg.
Yeah, he did a really good job. So did number 88, Owen Rindler, to get out there and force him wide and allow the back to make a play on it. Really good job defensing the jet sweep right there.
Yeah, instead of waiting for it to come to him, Logan Krieg took the hammer to the nail. Stops Holscher for a loss. And on 4th and 5 with a minute to go here in the first quarter, Marion Local looks like they're going to go for it. Ball to 35-yard line. Knopf in a pistol. Laws fakes the handoff. Ball thrown. It's intercepted by New Bremen. Going back the other way is Caleb Keller. And he's deep into Marion Local territory to the 41-yard line. That's a big play by that Cardinal D.
That is a huge play. One of the defensive linemen on that side did just exactly what he is supposed to do. Get your big hands up in the air. He tipped the ball, and then a really nice break on the football by Keller to get the INT and to put New Bremen in position where they can get on the board perhaps with 43 seconds to go in the quarter.
Second INT thrown by Justin Knopf this season. And that is the first interception corralled by Caleb Keller this year. By far the best starting field position of the evening for New Bremen. Has started at their own 20-yard line 3 consecutive times. Start at Marion Local's 41. Muther, the handoff, meandering through that defense. Able to get to the 36-yard line, so a gain of 5 on first down. And really, I think New Bremen's going to take any positive yardage they can get at this point.
Found his way. He was picking his way through, trying to get to the left side of the formation. Couldn't find anything over there. Finally was able to stick his foot in the ground and go right and then upfield a little bit. So he does pick up about 4 on first down.
Clock continuing to tick. Flyers don't have to snap it here in the first quarter unless they want to. No real win to speak of either way. As Dickey will stand in the shotgun. Sends the man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Back to pack. Pass. Throws up the near side looking for Muther. Has it in the breadbasket and drops it inside the breadbasket. Inside the 5-yard line on the back, out of the backfield. A big catch by Rogan Muther. Has the Cardinals deep into Speedway Lane's red zone when we return for the second quarter. New Bremen trying to turn things around. We'll have second quarter action for you coming up on WOSN. Tonight's Red Zone sponsored by Speedway Lanes in New Bremen. They bring family and friends together with bowling fun and great food for everyone. New Bremen inside the Speedway Lanes Red Zone. After that long pass completion to Rogan Muther has them inside the 5-yard line, knocking on the door.
A Wildcat formation this time.
Muther bounces off right tackle, trying to get to the pylon. Did he get there? He did. A Burt Petroleum touchdown for Rogan Muther, his 4th of the season, as New Bremen on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard.
It's a good sign of life there for New Bremen. The interception gave him a little bit of a spark. The big pass play to Muther was a big play in that drive, and give him a little bit of life now. Get back in the football game.
Yeah, it was about as bad of a start as you could ask for New Bremen. But battle back there and get some points on the scoreboard as the kick through the uprights and good. And Marion Local now leads 20-7 after the New Bremen touchdown. And the extra point good by Aiden Eastham.
3 plays, 41 yards.
We talked about, the start for New Bremen, obviously not what they wanted. Give up a 10-play drive on the first, go 3 and out, immediately give up a big touchdown run, go 3 and out, punt the football away, it's returned for a touchdown. Before you even feel like you're off the bus, you're down 20-0. There are teams that you can do that against. Marion Local is not one of them. But to have that response there shows some signs of life for New Bremen here in this first half.
Absolutely. That's a key play. Now you're down 2 scores. If your defense can get a stop, and you've been solid defensively all year long, of course, you're trying to do something against this very talented Marion Local offense, but you get a stop right here.
Yeah.
Get the football back.
Got to feel good.
Over on the sideline here, right in front of us, number 46, Ethan Heitkamp's got a big abrasion on his left elbow. They just had to bandage and wrap up.
So 11:55 to go on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard here in the first half. Cardinals with the football teed up.
They line up in that triple formation, so you don't know which one's going to go which way. So you try to kick it away from Holscher, perhaps, but you're not sure who's going to go where.
And that shows the power of Vic Holscher as a returner.
Good kick.
They'll have to chase it down. It's Griffin Bruns already with a return for a touchdown tonight. Sprinting up the far numbers out to the 26-yard line.
By far the best kick from Eastham. We watched him some in pregame, and he showed a pretty good leg that time.
So with 11:48 to go here in the second quarter, Marion Local will go to work at their own 25-yard line after giving up the touchdown to New Bremen. Flyers told us coming in they wanted to be opportunistic offensively, that New Bremen was going to take some chances blitzing. Say they've done that, and they wanted to make them pay if New Bremen guessed wrong. Done that a couple of times here as the handoff up the gut. Eifert got out to the 28-yard line, so gain of 3 on first down for Marion Local.
This is the time, Garrett, where many times in the past we've seen Marion Local grow on a 10-play drive. You're trying to control things a little bit. You've got yourself back in the football game, and all of a sudden you see 5 minutes disappear off the clock, and they put 7 on the board. It's a big defensive possession here for the New Bremen Cardinals.
Cardinals will get set defensively with 3 down linemen. As Knopf stands in the shotgun with 2 receivers to his right. Fit turns and pitches to Hess. Was corralled in the backfield for just a moment. Keeps the legs churning out to the 34-yard line. Going to be very close to a Lee's famous recipe chicken first down.
They blocked down on the left side of the formation and then gave him a chance to get wide. Picked up about 5 to the 34-yard line.
Brian Meyer coming in as a tight end, an extra tight end, along with Oliver Hillsman. So a little more beef up front for Marion Local on 3rd and short. 10:35 to go. Second quarter, leading 27. They'll turn, pitch to the near side. Hess into the open field, and it's clear grass in front of him. Hess will go all the way, his second TD run of the first half. This one from 66 yards out. And that Burt Petroleum touchdown grows the lead for Marion Local.
Everybody from the New Bremen Cardinals was coming up the middle that time, thinking they were going to get a short yardage play between the tackles. Instead, as soon as Hess hit that right end, he was gone.
Hess with touchdown runs is 66 and 37. He's got more than 100 yards rushing on touchdown runs alone here in this first half. So Carson Bills on to kick the extra point. Missed the last one, the first miss of the season for the senior. The snap is back, the hold down, the kick is through the uprights and good, and it is 27-7 Flyers here on WOSN. Instant replays tonight are brought to you by Holman's Insurance, your trusted local insurance specialist. Member of the Wayne Insurance Group with 2 locations to serve you in Chickasaw and Versailles. 27-7 Flyers on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard here. As we've traded touchdowns between New Bremen and Marion Local on back-to-back drives. Cardinals hoping to get the football somewhere closer than their own 20-yard line. And they're going to have to wait for another opportunity because that one is a touchback again by Carson Bills.
4th time in the first half that he's put the ball into the end zone. I thought one of the rushing, the guys going down to cover the kickoff was offside, but didn't get the call, so obviously I missed it.
Ball, their own 20-yard line.
And isn't that so much like Marion Local? You think you got some life, and they just snuff it right out of you.
Yeah, 3rd and short.
Yep.
You think, all right, let's stiffen our backs here, get them off the field on 3rd down. They're going to run it right up the gut at us, pitch it out. Parker Hess, great athlete, turns the Jets on, and now you're down by 20 again. There's Dickey. The handoff to Muther. Has a little bit of room to run before he's stuck in the open field as Ethan Heitkamp makes a big tackle.
I'm going to run a little counter action that time to Muther, but nowhere to run. Got back to the line of scrimmage. He's not a particularly fast back. He picks his way through the hole. He is a 186-pounder. He can be a load sometimes.
$9:50 to go here in the first half. 27-7. Cardinals trailing. So Flyers showed blitz for a moment. Dickey will roll to the far side. Puts his foot in the ground, will get upfield, slides, and personal foul is going to be called against Marion Local. Yes, he gives himself up, and you can't come flying in after.
Yeah, in the defense of the Marion Local player, he did go down late, but he went down, and you just can't make that kind of contact after any running back, particularly the quarterback. That's going to be a penalty, and it'll be a first down.
Not much.
No.
Not much fight from the Marion Local faithful either. You know that when a quarterback is going to give himself up like that, you got to do everything you can to avoid making contact with him. So with the penalty, that will inch things out to the 37-yard line.
Just as a thought, though, if I see Ethan Heitkamp coming after me, I'm getting down.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of guys wearing blue tonight that in the open field I would be getting. It's a wise decision there by Gavin Dickey, the 5'11", 141-pound sophomore.
He had picked up a couple of yards on the play, and then the tackle on the 15 gets it to the 37.
Tight formation for the Cardinals. Dickey, the handoff to Muther. It's spun down in the open field by Isaac Mullenkamp, who's had a nice first half there on that Marion Local defensive line.
So many blue shirts at the point of attack. They couldn't get them all blocked. Call that one a no gain.
Muther's done a nice job being patient, looking for holes.
He does do that. He's patient. He's got eyes. He's got vision up. He's looking for a place to go. But so far, this blue defense has been so there's not holes to cut through.
That Marion Local defense has done a nice job closing some holes. We saw in the first play of the drive that there was a hole just for a brief moment before Ethan Heitkamp closed the door.
Flyers give up just 61 yards per game on the ground through the first 4.
2nd and 10 as Dickey's in the shotgun by his lonesome. Rolls to the far side, throws it just a little high for Muther, couldn't grab it, and that will bring up 3rd and 10.
They flooded the formation that time, got everybody on the right side of the field and let him roll that way and pick out a receiver, but just pitched that one a little bit high to go to 3rd down.
New Bremen's going to claw back in this one. They're going to have to break a streak for Marion Local. The Flyers have held opponents under 10 points 10 games in a row. Under 20 points 20 games in a row.
They don't turn the ball over. Now, they do have one tonight on that tip pass at the line of scrimmage. They don't turn it over, put themselves in bad positions.
Yep. And New Bremen, to their credit, made them pay when they did get a turnover. Dickey in a gun. Back to pass. Slings quickly to the far side. Muther makes one man miss. Very close to a Lee's Famous Recipe chicken first down, and he did move the chains for that New Bremen offense.
Rogan Muther came into the game with 7 catches for 42 yards. He's been the primary receiver in this one. That one was enough to pick up a first down. Good leg strength that time. We talked about him picking his way through the defense. Then good leg strength to get the ball out to the 47-yard line to pick up of 10.
So it does move the chains as they get close to midfield. Do the New Bremen Cardinals. Told us coming in, they're just going to have to find ways to score. They did that after the turnover. Looking to do it again here in this second quarter as Dickey stands in the shotgun. Muther, handoff, gives it back to Jacob Kelly running back the other way, and he is picked up and slammed to the turf by Bryant Meyer.
What a tackle that time, just a textbook type situation. They pulled number 76 out in front of the play that time, Parker Ashman, 6'1", 201 junior. Tried to run back up behind him, but that hole closed very quickly.
So 2nd and 10 after the no gain. Dickey and Muther in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Dickey pressured, steps up, spins out of another tackle, coming to the near side, and now will drop to the turf at the 45-yard line.
Once again, he saw a height camp coming and said, I'm going to get down. And did so, but lost a couple of yards in the process.
One of the things I've always been somewhat critical of coaches is that anytime you take a sack, they'll say, oh, you got to learn to throw it away. And when you throw it away, like sometimes you just got to know when to go down.
Yep.
That was one of those, you know what, I'm in the open field. I've spun away from 2 defenders. I'm just going to go ahead and get down and live to fight another day. As the sophomore signal caller comes back into shotgun.
Need 12.
Rolling to his right, puts his foot in the ground, fires, made a great throw to Grant Dickey, his brother, and it's another Lee's Famous Recipe chicken first down.
That was a really well-timed play and a really nice pass. He got outside of the defensive formation by rolling out to his right and then found his brother with a really good job of high-pointing the football.
Kept his eyes downfield. Great awareness by Gavin Dickey there.
Brother Grant had 10 receptions, 233 yards coming into tonight. That completion, though, gives him a first down.
Approaching the midway point of quarter number 2. Cardinals driving. Dickey, the handoff to Muther. Cuts back. Has a gain of about 4 more yards on first down for the Cardinals.
And this is turning out to be a pretty good drive. This will be the 10th play of the drive coming up to the 35-yard line, just a pickup of just a couple. But they've been able to succeed and pick up first downs, one by penalty. And one on a run, one on a pass.
Cardinals do get the football to start the second half. 5:30 remaining here in quarter number 2 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Send a man in motion. Handoff to Muther. Back the other way. Has to bounce it out to the far side. Didn't gain much. It's right at the 35-yard line.
Little counter play action. You saw the initial was a jet sweep coming to our side of the field, to the wide side of the field. Give it to Muther trying to go back to the right side. Not much there with that Flyer defense.
Got to get to the 28-yard line for the Lee's Famous Recipe chicken first down on 3rd and 7 here. A big play for New Bremen. Might be 4-down territory for the Cardinals. As Dickey stands in the gun. Will hand off to Pierce Whitlatch. And Whitlatch is pulled to the turf in the open field by Ethan Heitkamp, who we've called his name several times on the defensive side of the football.
Just a linebacker who realized he had a gap to shoot through and he could make the tackle on. It's a single-yard loss on Whitlock back to the 36-yard line, makes it 4th down.
Whitlatch had 5 carries coming into tonight with only 1 yard and goes backwards on that one as well. So it's 4th and 8 now for New Bremen. as they'll send a man in motion to the near side. Dickey rolling, pressured, and he's pulled to the turf behind the line of scrimmage by Benton Seitz. A big sack ends that New Bremen drive.
That it did. Great speed that time. Dickey was trying to outrun him and get to the edge. There were 3 blue jerseys out there, and Seitz is able to make the tackle on the sack.
It's one of those, you're facing that Marion local defense. Okay, we don't feel like we've got enough time to stand in the pocket, so we'll try to roll them out. Well, don't necessarily have as much time for that either. And the big sack from Seitz gets Marion local the football at their own 45-yard line. Knopf will turn and pitch to Hess, who's had plenty of success in the first half. Has busted another one. Hess racing up the far sideline, and it's a 55-yard touchdown for Parker Hess, his 3rd Burke Petroleum TD of the half.
It was pretty well blocked, but he got contact right about the line of scrimmage, but he was able to fight through that, and when he got that opening then, he just hit the jet stream and was off he went. Hess's 3rd touchdown tonight.
Has touchdown runs at 37, 66, and now 55 yards for Parker Hess, who had 1 touchdown run coming into tonight. 3 here in this first half.
He didn't play due to injury when we had them before against St. Henry, but tonight he is really making up for that.
33-7 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Bills on to kick the extra point. The snap back, the hold down, the kick well over the uprights and good. And it's 34-7 Marion local with 4:35 to go here in the first half on WOSN. Tonight's Marion local premier sponsor is OPAC and Osgood. For all your industrial painting, staining, and assembly needs, call OPAC. It's 34-7 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard with the Marion local Flyers leading New Bremen.
While we got a moment, Garrett, I talked to Carl Whitlock last night. He is Whitlock's dad. Talked to him at the volleyball game down here last night. He has 5 teenagers living in his house. Oh, boy.
There's some people are built for that.
Some
are not. Most aren't, I would say.
Daughter's playing volleyball. Got some on the football team here tonight, and really good guy is Carl, but I'm thinking, oh, my.
Yeah, there are. Prayers for Carl. 4:35 to go here in the first half is Marion local. Well, booted away. Sidewinding kick. Guess where it ends up? Across the goal line for another touchback, and the Cardinals will be forced to go 80 yards if they want to score another Burke Petroleum touchdown.
5th time here in the opening half that he's been able to do that. Mostly in the same spot tonight. Puts it down in that left-hand corner. Even if you pick it up down there, Garrett, because it bounces on the 5, you're pinned into that corner part back there, and it's somewhat easy to defend with the sideline there. So really good special teams play.
Marion local told us we're going to have to win special teams. I'd say they've done that so far with a punt return for a touchdown and 5 touchbacks in the kickoff unit. Gavin Dickey will go back to work in the shotgun. Hands off to Muther. Running right, patiently looking for some room to run. Got a gain of about 2 on the carry for Muther, who has carried the load here in the first half for the Cardinals.
Bremen has all of their timeouts left if they can get something going here. Try to get on the board. As you said, they will get the football first in half number 2. Trying to get something going here.
4 minutes, 5 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line, so it was no gain for Muther. Muther looks to throw. Slant up the near side, looking for his brother Grant Dickey. Incomplete.
He had him that time on a slant coming across the middle of the field, but he threw it low. Just wasn't able to quite make the pickup on it.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Grant's a 6-foot, 179-pound senior. Had a couple touchdown catches before tonight.
10 receptions, 2 touchdowns. That's a nice ratio.
Good start through 4 games for him. But playing a different type of animal tonight.
Cardinals well-balanced offensively coming into tonight. 112 yards through the air, 122 yards on the ground. Need to put up 80 yards here on this drive to score another touchdown as Muther has lots of room to rumble out to the 28-yard line. It's going to be just shy of that Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken first down, and Marion Local takes the timeout.
Little counter play action that time, Garrett.
Muther had that big hole to run through, got as far as he could, but it's going to be 4th and 2. And Marion Local wants the football back, leading 34-7.
So now you're in a real gamble position if you're Coach Schmidt. You can say, we can pick up 2 yards and keep them from getting the football back. If you don't, they're knocking on your doorstep.
Right.
But if you punt it away, you're giving the football back to that really hot offense anyway.
With 2 timeouts to go. Yeah, and that hot offense you mentioned, Marion Local's got touchdown drives of 10 plays in the opener, then 3 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays, and 1 play. So you talk about hot offense, you're scoring in 3 plays or less in 3 of your last 4 drives. That's an impressive spot to be in.
I think this is the right move here as he punts the football away to either Holscher or Griffin Bruns.
Bruns had the 40-yard touchdown return earlier, back in the first quarter. That made it 20-0. Rogan Muther, the punter, takes the snap. Will send it away to Holscher's side, and New Bremen wisely just kicked it out of bounds.
So the Flyers will get the football back with 3:40 to go in our opening half. And looking to see where they mark it at. I know they want him to kick it out of bounds, but would have liked to get a little bit more distance out of it. Obviously didn't want a return to take place.
Yeah, it's in New Bremen territory. It's at the 47-yard line. So Marion Local with the best starting field position of the evening for them.
And a couple of timeouts left. They did start on the plus side of the field of the 48 one time, so by a yard, this is their best starting field position.
Knopf will be in the shotgun. Parker Hess to his right. 3 wide receivers on that same side. As Knopf will roll to the near side. Pump fakes. Looking to throw deep. Does. Uncorks one. As Pullman makes the catch. No, dropped it. Should have been offensive pass interference. As he went right through the back of Caleb Keller to make some room to even attempt to catch that football.
And that's the ball that he catches almost every time. He did have to run through contact with a couple of defensive backs down there, a little bit of contact each way. But if you wanted to look at the arm of Justin Knopf, that football was in the air about 55 yards.
While he's on the run.
Well, exactly.
That's a strong arm on Justin Knopf, the 6'2", 185-pound senior.
Pullman comes to the sidelines after that sprint to the end zone.
Unhappy with himself. Great effort. Great coverage by New Bremen, too. 3 defenders back there as Holscher will split out from the backfield to the far side. Hess will block for Knopf as he'll turn, fire, just threw it over the hands of Vic Holscher. Might have been a little early on the throw even from Justin Knopf.
I would think that's the case. Holscher hadn't got himself turned around yet in a position to catch the football, plus it was a little bit high. You know, he ran an out pattern that time. It's about time for him to run straight down the middle of the field and just outrun all the DBs.
3rd and 10.
Need a first down before they can try that, perhaps.
Conceivably 4-down territory for New Bremen, or for Marion Local, I beg your pardon. As Eifert stands behind Knopf. Knopf will keep it himself. Slips out of the grasp of one tackler. Able to get up ahead to the 43-yard line, maybe the 42. So a gain of 5 for Justin Knopf, and will make 4th down maybe a little bit more manageable.
Had a blitz coming on that time, and I'm trying to say it was number 16 that got up the field that time, Aaron Webker. But he was able to elude him and make a good pickup that time.
Flyers have only punted once this season. We'll keep that streak alive here in week 5 with under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Knopf on 4th and 6 in the pistol. Drops back. Has a clean pocket. Fires over the middle to Holscher. He has the catch, the first down and more. Cuts back. It is met by Keller, who tugs him to the turf at the 24-yard line. But it's another Lee's Famous Recipe chicken first down for Marion Local.
They brought a whole bunch of people to the Cardinals. They blitzed a bunch. They were picked up by the Flyers, though. You mentioned the clean pocket. Then all the DBs were deep that time and allowed Holscher to make the catch in front of them. So first down to the
23-yard line, just outside that Speedway Lanes red zone.
20-yard pickup for Holscher.
Hess behind off in the pistol. 2 wideouts to each side. Cardinals bring a blitz. Knopf throws over the middle of the field. Holscher threw his hand up. Couldn't connect.
He said Grant Dickey made contact with me. The officials didn't see it that way. That was a little slant pattern coming over the middle, or post pattern.
2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Second quarter. 34-7. Flyers trying to enact the running clock to begin half number 2. Beat New Bremen last year 42-7. Lead 34-7 here in this first half. Knopf in the pistol. 3 to his left, 1 to his right. And we'll look to his right for Holscher. Threw his hands at the goal line. It's incomplete on the second consecutive missed connection between those two.
He had a lot of mustard on that one. He threw the ball so hard that Holscher couldn't get his hands up in time to make a clean catch with it. Had a lot of steam to it that time and just threw the really good receiver's hands.
Another third down opportunity for the New Bremen defense to get off the field.
But right at the goal line was Holscher, too.
Yeah.
That was going to be 6. He could have reeled it in.
Ball to 23-yard line. Need to get in the Speedway Lanes red zone. Cardinals show blitz. They'll fake the handoff, throw it to Holscher on the screen. He did not get the first down. He's inside the Speedway Lanes red zone, however. But it's going to be fourth and relatively short once more.
Looking to see where they put it down at.
About the 17-yard line.
Like that would be a 6-yard pickup. They need 4 here.
Hess behind Knopf in the gun. Colton Arns ready to snap it back. 2 split out wide to each side. Hess now moves to the right hip. Knopf turns, fires. It's caught by Bruns inside the 5. Pushed down of bounds. But another pivotal Lee's Famous Recipe chicken first down for the Flyers.
We've talked about the job that Hess has done running the football. That time he was a blocker on the blitz. Got a guy picked up and allowed the completion to take place.
So the clock continuing to tick under 90 seconds. Deep inside the Speedway Lanes red zone now. At the 4-yard line on first and goal. Eifert will be behind Knopf in a timeout taken by New Bremen. We will step aside as well. 1:20 to go here in the first half. More second quarter action for you coming up on WOSN. Tonight's Red Zone sponsor, Speedway Lanes of New Bremen. They bring family and friends together with bowling, fun, and great food for everyone. New Bremen Cardinals trying to push New Bremen or Marion Local out of that Speedway Lanes red zone. First and goal from the 4-yard line. 80 seconds remain in the first half. Eifert on the left hip of Knopf in the gun. They'll send Parker Hess in motion. Hand off to Eifert. Pull down from behind. Jordan Evers, the tackle.
You could see that Hess was on the wing back, came across the formation. They faked the ball to him, gave it back going the other way to Eifert. And he powered himself down to the 2-yard line. This will be the 10th play of the drive.
Under a minute to go in the first half. Hess the deep back in the I formation. He'll get the pitch, running to the near side, and for the 4th time here in the first half, Parker Hess has a Burt Petroleum touchdown.
From 2 yards out, that's the student body right stuff. Even get the quarterback Knopf out there to throw a block for him. They just methodically went 47 yards for a score.
10 plays in, what is that? Just 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
That'd be correct.
Maybe we are math majors up here, Mark.
This foreign language to me.
Snap is back. Bills boots it through the uprights and good. Makes it 41-7. Marion Local here in this first half. And New Bremen Cardinals, Mark, have just run into a buzzsaw offensively.
That's a fact. I mean, again, we've mentioned it multiple times through the first quarter of the telecast there this evening. They were very good defensively. They were giving up not that many points a game. They had a couple of shutouts this year.
Yeah, they've had two shutouts.
Giving up 8 points a game. Their running defense had given up 82 yards a game through the air. They were giving up 122. They had been really solid defensively, but they had not seen an offense the type we have here from Marion Local tonight.
Yeah, the Flyers, their low score of the season so far is 45 points.
That's your low, Garrett.
That's
your
low.
45. I know.
And they're at 41 here in the first half.
They averaged 51.8 points per game. They had outscored their opponents 207 to 15 through the first 4 games. And I like how much balance they have. They were averaging 186 yards rushing, 182 yards on the ground. So the balance has been outstanding for this team, too.
Absolutely. Flyers have scored 30 or more in 7 straight games. They can make it 8 here in the first half as they lead New Bremen 41-7. Still 50 seconds to go here in this first half. Cardinals with 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They want to put the turbo on, but can probably expect to start at their own 20-yard line as Carson Bills has had touchback after touchback tonight.
Marion Local is at Versailles next Friday night, and we will be there, Garrett.
Yes, sir. 2 very good football teams again.
Whole Field, one of my favorite broadcast places in our coverages that we get around to do.
Carson Bills sends it away into the end zone for another touchback. Is there a concession stand specialty at Whole Field?
I don't know, but what there are, it's right in kind of like in town. So there's a lot of tailgating right around the stadium. People who live right next door to the stadium have bonfires going, and it's just Tiger Town's a really cool place to go to a football game.
It's a great atmosphere.
Yep.
It feels like it is in a hole at HB Whole Field. A passionate football community.
I think Caleb Keller's going to go into the locker room at halftime and say, Coach, when they kick off, can I just not go out there? Because otherwise I'll watch the ball go over my head.
Yeah, Coach, my neck hurts. I just keep looking up at the sky, watching the ball go over my head. As the Cardinals will go back to work offensively at their own 20-yard line. Dickey in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. Will roll to the far side, puts his foot in the ground, and is sacked one more time.
Nowhere to go. The defensive backs had them all covered up. He might have had Ryland Bussey over the middle that time, his big tight end, but by the time he came free, the pocket had collapsed on him.
Lincoln Stockler, Isaac Mullenkamp combined for the sack for Marion Local.
Lost 5.
Cardinals do have to snap it one more time as there's about a 1-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. I almost said shot clock, which would be basketball, which we don't have in high school, and it's also 90 degrees outside. So Dickey with 10 seconds to go in the half will take the snap, hand off to Muther. And he can't slip through the Marion Local defense as pulling him down from behind was a Flyer Adam Winter. And that will conclude the first half. Things went about as well for Marion Local as you could script. They lead 41-7 as we head to the halftime break here on WOSN. Second half about to get underway. Tonight's first down sponsor, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, home style, happens here. It's 41-7. Marion Local the lead over New Bremen. I'm Garrett C. Wright, joined alongside Mark Shine, bringing you the action here from Booster Stadium and Maria Stein. And now that you've had the halftime opportunity to talk about things, Mark, what's the message to each side there at the 20-minute break?
Well, I think first of all, if you're New Bremen, let's win a drive. Let's just do one positive thing when we get to football coming out of half. We're not going to win a football game. I mean, the chances of that are small. Obviously, it could happen, but the chances are small. But let's win a drive. And if we can win a drive, let's get a stop on defense. And then let's see what we can do with a second drive. Let's just start doing positive things for the rest of the football game. And for Marion Local, it's keep your foot on the gas pedal and don't let them back in the game.
Well, the running clock underway as Bills takes about 20 seconds off the clock and predictably boots it into the end zone. And New Bremen will start at their own 20-yard line.
Will that be the 6th time, Garrett?
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is 7, I think.
7th time, okay. We'll see how long that both teams, particularly the Flyers, choose to play their number ones here. Obviously, you want to get them some work. You got a big game next week with Versailles on the road. And you know what the other thing I think about that, Garrett? Your guys practice hard all week. They deserve the right to play in the third quarter. You know, just because you've got a big lead and they've been so dominant so far, they still deserve the right to play.
And at some point, you're going to have to feel like, hey, we're going to have to run our first team offense and defense for 4 quarters. We can't just get them used to running for 2.5 quarters or 2 quarters, is the tackle made in the backfield by Adam Winter.
How about the play by Drew Laws, though? He got upfield that time, turned it all back in, and that's going to end up being a yard loss on first down for Muther.
New Bremen going back to work offensively. Last team to beat Marion Local. Back in
the playoffs.
November of 2020.
Yep. It was in the playoffs. New Bremen won a state championship.
First of 2 state titles for the Cardinals. Muther the handoff. Coming back to the near side. Penalty flag thrown. He'll scamper out of bounds.
We've not had many of those tonight.
No.
But the really good trivia question is, that was a playoff game. When was the last regular season loss? I had to look it up.
2004?
2019, they lost to Minster 27-26.
Oh, I thought you were saying, when was Marion Local? When was the last time New Bremen beat Marion Local?
Oh, I see. Okay, I got you. Yeah, the last time that Marion Local lost a regular season game was October 18th of 2019. Lost by a point to Minster.
So the big penalty will push the Cardinals backwards.
Not many of those tonight. It's been a fairly clean play game.
Yeah, no. Marion Local had a false start on the first drive of the game, and after that, the penalty, the personal foul when Gavin Dickey slid to the turf and got hit. Otherwise, not a whole lot of flags thrown. So it's 2nd and 20.
2 teams that are fundamentally sound play the game right.
They'll hand off. The man in motion is Whitlock. Whitlock is pulled down maybe for a half-yard gain.
You know, it is so hard to run wide against Marion Local because they have so much team speed defensively. You just can't get out there. Now, they pick up a yard that time with Whitlock's run, but it's just so hard to do that. But yet they're so sound and fundamentally strong up front, it's hard to run right at them either.
Yeah.
So take your pick.
Gavin Dickey will be in a shotgun. Muther to his right hip. 3rd and long. Flyers will blitz just 3 as Muther able to get back out close to the 15-yard line, but it's going to be well shy of the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken first down.
Tried to run a little misdirection. He was able to pick up 4.
So the punt unit comes on from New Bremen one more time. Griffin Bruns, number 15 for Marion Local, returned a touchdown on a punt return back in the first half from 40 yards out. Muther, a nice punt to the far side. Takes a Marion Local bounce.
That was a good punt in a number of ways. First of all, he got a good distance out of it. Second, he got it out of bounds, so Holscher couldn't make a return with it.
So with 7:42 to go on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard, Marion Local is going to start in positive territory one more time at the New Bremen 41-yard line. You talk about that field position battle, Mark. It's been dominated by Marion Local here this evening.
Well, it all starts with those 20-yard, starting on the 20-yard line after the kickoffs, and then obviously being very, very sound defensively.
Knopf, 2 running backs behind him. Offset, Holscher sprinting to the near side. He'll take the swing pass, puts it in the breadbasket, and down the open field. Stiff arms a defender, out of bounds, going to be very close to the Speedway Lanes red zone, as actually is inside the Speedway Lanes red zone after that pitch and catch.
He is so fast. When you get him out on the perimeter that time, he was able to outrun the first defender, take the ball down to the 17-yard line. That's a pickup of 23 on first down. Holscher came in, 21 catches for 417 yards and 8 scores.
Parker Hess, the deep back in the I formation. He'll hand off to Eifert. Eifert with some room to run. Sprinting through the New Bremen defense for a Burke Petroleum touchdown.
Eifert just goes right up the middle that time and overpowered at the line of attack. Pretty much untouched to the end zone. That's a two-play drive.
Keeping pace with Marion Local there in that first half. Had touchdown drives of 10 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays, 1 play.
And that was a two-play drive, went 40 yards.
The snap back, the hold down, the kick is up through the uprights and good from Carson Bills. And Marion Local extends that lead 47-7 here on WOSN. Tonight's scoreboard brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. 48-7, Marion Local in control against New Bremen as the Cardinals await to get the football back after a two-play, 41-yard touchdown drive for the Flyers, capped off by a 17-yard touchdown run by Camden Eifert. As Bills watches the numbers tick off and now sends it away. Is that one getting... That one does get into the end zone. It was angling close to being out of bounds.
Had to wait a long time, didn't we, Garrett, to get out of bounds, and before it got to the pylon or not, it did not. So once again, New Bremen will start on their 20-yard line. We talked about Versailles goes to, or Marion Local goes to Versailles next week. New Bremen will be home to Fort Recovery on the 27th, then home to Minster on the 4th before going to Coldwater on the 11th of October. Doesn't that seem odd? We're talking about October, Garrett.
For as muggy as it feels outside right now, yes, it does. There's Gavin Dickey will go back to work in the shotgun, the 5'11 sophomore signal caller. Well, hand off, give it back to Whitlock. Running up the far side with a little bit of room to run to the midfield stripe, shoved out of bounds by Cale Nagel. But how about the run for Pierce Whitlock? Had 1 yard on the season coming into tonight. Gets a big scamper there for more than 30 yards.
Little inside handoff that time. He just turned on the jets when he got to the perimeter. Really nice run by him and well blocked as well.
Into positive territory. Couple second teamers on for Marion Local defensively. As the handoff to Muther. Up the field. Adam Winter, the first tackler there, as Bryant Meyer joins him on the stop. Gain of 2 for Rogan Muther.
Marion Local is able to have so much team speed that you think you have a hole there, and by the time you plant your foot and go, they've got that hole closed because of the speed that their defense possesses.
Cale Arns on, wearing number 9 for Marion Local on the outside linebacker spot. Dickey takes a snap, looks, fires to Grant Dickey. Catch made. Cale Nagel will spin him to the turf at the 40-yard line. Just shy of another Lee's Famous Recipe chicken first down.
Really good cut. Brother went down about 7, made a cut across the middle of the field on an in route. Makes a nice catch for a really well-thrown ball that time, 6-yard pickup.
Instant replays tonight brought to you by Homeland's Insurance, your trusted local insurance specialists. Members of the Wayne Insurance Group with 2 locations to serve in Chickasaw and Versailles. 3rd and short for New Bremen. Muther stands next to Dickey. He'll take the handoff. Has a little bit of room to run. Did he get the first down? He's going to be spotted just shy of that first down marker, bringing up 4th and short.
I think the linebacker that time, number 36, guy who scored a touchdown a moment ago, Eifert, made the tackle.
New Bremen in plus territory, going to go for it on 4th and 1 with under 2.5 to go here in this third quarter on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Muther lines up to take the snap. He will run off right tackle. Needs to get to the 38-yard line and does. That's a Lee's Famous Recipe chicken first down.
Pulled a couple guys that time and tried to let him run behind them and was able to get just enough for that first down. to the 33-yard line.
Timeouts tonight brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Homestyle happens here. Got Lee's chicken for dinner last night.
Did you?
Oh, whew.
Yeah.
I kid you not, Mark, one of the best biscuits I've ever had. Just outstanding. As Dickey sends the man in motion. And now we'll roll to the far side. Turns, fires quickly. It's caught in the open field by Trevor Topp, junior running back, 5'11", 157 pounds, has been in motion a couple of different times tonight, but that's the first time he's put his hands on the pigskin.
Really good pet catch coming out of the backfield to pick up 7. Pass was correctly thrown just over his shoulders. He was able to catch it and turn upfield. And 7 on first down is a good deal.
Yeah, and anytime you can gather up a first down, you're going to take that opportunity. As Muther has to avoid some defenders immediately, and Heitkamp in the backfield, ready to cut him down. Or Eifert, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, Eifert, the 36, got in there.
36, not 46. Camden Eifert, the tackle. Bremen has to snap it one more time here in this third quarter.
Lost a couple back to the 33 on that play. They just are able to follow Muther wherever he chooses to go. They know he's their primary running back, and they're just sending bodies after him every time.
Third and about 7. Flyers show blitz. Muther running off tackle to the left side is shoved out of bounds, well shy of the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken first down marker. But Cardinals have shown that this is 4-down territory. And that will do it for quarter number 3. Marion Local will take a 48-7 advantage over the New Bremen Cardinals into the fourth quarter when we return. Fourth quarter action in this MAC contest coming up for you here on WOSN. Tonight's Marion Local premier sponsor is OPAC and Osgood. For all your industrial painting, standing, and assembly needs, call OPAC. Flyers in control, 48-7 here. New Bremen marching down the field, trying to get to the Speedway Lanes red zone. Have to pick up a Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken first down to do it on 4th and a long 3, we'll call it.
This will be the 9th play of the drive that began back on their own 20-yard line.
Dickey looking, fires to Grant Dickey. He makes the catch. What a tough catch there by Grant Dickey. Snugging onto that football. That's a nice pitch and catch from the Dickey brothers, and that moves the chains.
Agreed. The ball was low where no defender could get a hold of it. He went down low to make the catch, got it into his belly and secured the football. That was a really well-designed play and well executed.
Just outside the Speedway Lanes red zone now are the Cardinals. Dickey, the handoff to Muther, gives back to Whitlack. And he has nowhere to run this time as Benton sights another big stop from that Marion Local defensive, that linebacker spot.
You think you've got a little counter action, go a little reverse play. But again, the team speed for Marion Local is so good that they were able to track it down and send it back 3 yards.
Bring up 2nd and 13 now. Marion Local works to rotate some younger players in the lineup. Dickey in the gun. Muther to his right. Top the man in motion. Muther, the handoff back the other way. Got to the 25-yard line. So gain a half yard maybe. It'll bring up 3rd and long once more for the Cardinals.
It's been a nice drive, but see if they can't pick up a first down here. It'd be great for their morale to pick up get some points out of this. They've had the football now. This will be played number 12 of the drive.
Third and long for the Cardinals. Under 10 minutes to go on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Flyers show blitz, and they will come after Dickey. Rolling, fires to the flats, left it a little short. And it'll be 4th and long.
I think somebody hit his shoulder as he was trying to step into that throw. He didn't get it away cleanly anyway. He had a receiver out there and kind of skipped it to him, but I think it was because of the pressure.
So 4th and 12. Cardinals have converted 2 other 4th down conversions here in this drive. And Nate will take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 9:23 to go in tonight's ball game here on WOSN. Tonight's touchdown sponsor, Burt Petroleum. Now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burt Petroleum. Dependable, available. 800-776-3097. 4th and long for the Cardinals. As Dickey pressured, throws up the middle of the field. It's caught by Rogan Muther for another Lee's Famous Recipe chicken first down. The 3rd time this drive. New Bremen has converted on a 4th down.
Running back went in motion, went straight up the field, looked back for the football after he got to the first down sticks. That was a well-thrown ball as well. We talked about having a positive drive here for New Bremen this evening to make, get some positive things going to next week's game. That was certainly could be so if they could get a score here.
1st and 10 from the 12. Not 1st and goal. As Top takes the catch, and he is spun down by Mesher. Braden Mesher, the 6'1", 185-pound junior, read it perfectly and gets the TFL.
So back to the 18-yard line. That's a 6-yard loss. Trying to run a sweep action.
Flyers have held their opponents under 10 points in 10 straight, looking to keep that streak alive here in the 4th quarter. Also, they've scored 30 or more in 7 straight, now make it 8. After the first half performance by the Flyers. Cardinals on 2nd and long. Dickey rolling, throws to the flats. Gets to, that's Aaron Webker. He gets the reception.
Found his tight end, looking for a little tight end screen action that time. But the pressure from the defense was there before he could get his feet set to make the throw. Then, of course, the defense was very good against Webker.
3rd and 16 upcoming for New Bremen. 7 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the 4th quarter on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Cardinals been efficient on 3rd and 4th down here on this drive. Muther going to be tackled for another loss, and it'll be 4th and long once more for the Cardinals.
Muther's a little slow getting up this time. He's been, every time he's carried the football, he's got whacked pretty good. Actually, that's not Muther, is it? Number 81, Rylan Bussey, just headed out.
So it looks like the Cardinals will attempt a field goal here. It will be a 38-yard attempt for Aiden Eastham.
Made a 37-yarder earlier this season. He is 1 for 4.
The snap back, the hold down, the kick is on the way and just short. So the Cardinals go 16 plays, started at their own 20-yard line, aren't able to turn it into points, and Marion Local will take over.
So he had to lower the trajectory of that and line drived it, but still didn't have quite enough leg to get it to the goalpost. Good effort, though, and good drive.
Yeah, you convert 2 4th down conversions, a couple of them 4th and somewhat long. As the Flyers' second offense will come on the field. Braden Mesher, the quarterback for Marion Local.
Their guys who are second teamers this year are so prepared to step in for an injured player or to play next year because they get so much playing time on Friday night.
Absolutely. Turn and pitch to the running back. Is Derek Kanapke wearing number 22, the 5'11", 175-pound junior.
And they do it over 16 games. You think of those teams that play 10 or perhaps 11, and just every year you're getting another 5 weeks of practice.
Right, you get 5 more. You get 25 more practices every year. It's a nice feature. When you've won 13 state championships, that's sort of comes with the territory. as the Flyers will hand off to the up back. Running up ahead. Stood up. Is Gavin Mesher, the sophomore, on the stop for New Bremen.
If you've been to the Marion local high school, just off their gymnasium is a trophy case, big trophy case window. You can only get your trophy in that window if you have a state championship. And it is nearly full between volleyball and football and basketball and track that they have been so successful in. Most schools would be happy to have a state champion.
In anything.
Yes.
3rd and 4 upcoming for the Flyers. Mesher fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Will hit the flats. It's caught in the open field to the 35-yard line. It is another first down as Seth Heitkamp, the recipient. Heitkamp, a 5'11 sophomore, coming out of the backfield.
Well thrown ball to get a first down up to the 34-yard line.
And we mentioned, that Marion local and all these kids practice hard throughout the week. They deserve to get to go out and play football, too. It shouldn't just be a turnaround. Let's run the ball right up the middle. Three and out. Let's punt. Run the ball. Three.
Here's Brennan Hess, 6'4 freshman in to play quarterback. He wears number 14.
And he'll turn. Pitch. Miscommunication on which way we're running. And a fumble covered up by the Marion local running back, Landon Minton, in the backfield.
Dude guy came in and pitched it where he thought he was going to be instead of actually, sighting him out on the field. But his team recovered it.
Nolan Eckstein running the play in for Marion local. Approaching 3 minutes to go. Marion local with a 48-7 lead on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. I'll run the play again. This time, Minton makes the reception on the pitch. Got out close to the original line of scrimmage.
Good run for him. A little student body left that time. Got everybody out in front of him to block. Good pickup. Going to need about 12 here on 3rd down.
At their own 33-yard line, 32-yard line. New Bremen.
Yep, play coming in from the sideline with Andrew Schmackers.
Joel Lozier still on the field for New Bremen. As Ryan Licklider also lining up at the outside linebacker spot. The carry by Minton. Gain of about 4 will bring up 4th and long.
2:15 left.
And really, when you've only punted one time this year.
I'm curious what Coach Goodwin's going to do right here.
At this point, it doesn't. You might as well just run a toss sweep and see if you can get it. And if you can't, oh well. Oh, there comes the punt unit on. So Drew Laws will come on to punt for the 2nd time this season at a 38-yard punt. His first and only punt back against St. Henry 2 weeks ago. He'll take the chest-high snap.
Oh, my goodness.
And a booming punt. Bounces at the 20-yard line, takes a Marion local bounce. And that will help the average quite a bit.
Football went all the way down to about, the 18?
Yeah, I'm not mathing that one.
32 and 15 is 47-yard punt with no return.
Once I said, might as well go for it. Well, actually, that's an opportunity for you to practice your punt in a live situation should you need it.
Now, his teammates are going to go in and say, yeah, Drew, but the wind's behind you. Now, it's about a 2-mile-an-hour wind right now, but his teammates aren't going to let him get away with thinking he actually punted one for 47 yards.
The wind, barely enough to wave the American flag in the north end zone. As the New Bremen 2nd team offense on, it's Grayson Tinnerman in a quarterback. He will take the snap, hand it off to Logan Krieg, coming to the near side. No, it's 25, not 28. Jacob Kelly the carry. Cardinals don't have to snap it again unless they want to.
New Bremen scored to make it 20-7. At that point, we thought, boy, if they can just get a stop right here, they're right in the football game. And instead, the Flyers just stepped on the gas pedal.
That they did. As Tinnerman in a gun. Hands off to Kelly. Looking for some room to run. Reverses. Pulled down, and that will do it. You mentioned things did not get off to a great start for the Cardinals. Marion Local scored 20 points in the first quarter. 4 touchdowns tonight by Parker Hess. One from 37 yards out, one from 66 yards out, one from 55 yards out, and one from 2 yards out. Marion Local, a well-oiled machine on the offensive side, Mark.
Yeah, they are. And, of course, we're going to take a look at them next week against Versailles and see what the Versailles Tigers can come up with next week. Defending state champions. Or not defending state champions. They got to the state championship last year. We'll graduate a lot of guys. They've done a really good job of putting their program together, and you and I will be there next week at Versailles to see how this Marion Local team performs next week on the road at Versailles. And at the same time, New Bremen has showed some signs of things at time. They've been very good defensively until they ran into this thing tonight. They've got Fort Recovery next weekend, chance to rebound, and for them now is preparing for the playoffs.
No, absolutely correct. The final score, the final time, the Ultimate Outdoor Scoreboard reads Marion Local 48, New Bremen 7. Here after 4 quarters in this Midwest Athletic Conference matchup. For our entire WOSN crew and Mark Schein, I'm Garrett Seawright saying so long. We'll catch you next time here on WOSN.